I've returned to the world of fractals once again. The more I play this game, the more I think I might have a problem. Welcome. If you haven't seen my other videos on this game, you should probably do that. It's gotten to the point where any normal person hearing my commentary would submit me to a psych ward. Anyway, I've descended even further into the fractal dimension, and, well, let's just say my eyes are open. I accidentally made eye contact with some old guy today, and he stole my inner core. I know he did. I've been bedridden all day because of it. Anyway, enjoy the video. Oh right, I died, I forgot about that. That's of no concern. So there's progress to be made. We need to go to Bristol. Okay, let's just check this out. Oh, I remember going in here, actually. I remember going in here and dying. It might be worth getting some upgrades. I dread to say it. So I'm pretty locked in for this stream. I've got my groove down, I won't lie. I understand this game on a deeper emotional level. I probably understand this game more than I do, thinks of something funny to say. Ah, yes, women. No one's ever made a joke, no man has ever made a joke about not understanding women. I mean, how could you make that joke? Women are so shallow anyway, what's there not to understand? Anyway, I know at least 2 women that would be very unhappy about that joke. That maze sucked. Okay. Nuke damage. That maze was so freaking awesome. I think I just need to get stronger, really. I think I need more upgrades. Oh my, what? No! Ad block, what are you doing? Blocked on this page? Yeah, my left ventricle, dude. Some days there's just moments when ad block doesn't work. Whenever YouTube is dedicating trillions of dollars to update their anti-ad block features. Corporations dedicating their entire net worth to getting around VPNs and ad blocks, even though that should be illegal. But, oh well. I know, there's gotta be some cannon pyramids around here. I still find the mazes in this game infinitely fun and engaging. I keep finding places you've never seen before. Have you played the game? Of course, this is a dead end. I'm gonna... Okay, that's whatever. Here we go. Did it. You know what? I don't like this place. This place is useless. I guess we're going into another. This seems new. Not really sure where I'm supposed to be going here. I assumed middle. That's where I'm trying to go. I'm trying to roughly go. I'm not trying to go roughly. I mean, like, I guess you know what I mean. I'm not a rough kind of guy. I'm very kind. If you deserve it, of course. I can be your worst nightmare if that's what you force me to be. But what are you, sir? Whatever. I've played these games before. Oh, and it's this place again. Which means there's a waypoint over here. Yes. I'm learning. You know what? We can handle the collapsed archangels, apparently. I am no more. Almost level 40. Ow. That is more cannon upgrade. I'm still playing this, what's wrong with me? I think you mean what is so right with me? What is just perfect with me? What went right in my head? Why am I just built so correctly to want to play this game? Is someone holding me hostage? Oh, I'm being held hostage by fun. Last you checked, I hated this game. Well, people grow and shrink. Screw my stupid fractal life. Anyway, this place is fantastic. There's concrete, I suppose. What happens if you die? You lose your ammo, but you restart at a respawn point, which you find around... what a beautiful place. I wish I lived here. Can you imagine? Flying around, shooting goblins and imps with your cannon. Take me to Bristol again. So, I believe there's upgrades in here. You can't comprehend what a fractal is? I pity the fool. It's okay. Some of us weren't meant to be just, I don't know, smart, respected, valued as a human being. It's okay. You can get a job like shoveling gravel somewhere, I'm sure. I believe in you. But for the rest of us, you know, higher beings, we're playing Fractal Block World. Oh, it keeps going. This is a Stony Air Cave 3. We've never seen a Stony Air Cave 3. Gosh darn it, stupid, darn it, stupid. Stupid, darn it, stupid. Oh well. What is this? Oh, these guys do damage. Oh no. I just have to heal through it. Oh, that's a lot of things. I will not be bested by this Stony Air Cave 3. This is looking bad. Okay. We're in for the long haul. My stealth build. So my rocket radius is so... Oh my gosh, my rocket radius is huge. Never... I could grind XP here. Yeah. Goodbye, enemies. Huh. If I can see you, you're already dead. Huh. Rubs my hands together like a fly. Rubs my feet together like a cricket. This is what all those Twiddledee laser forts did for me. How about that? Leave me. You're a nasty thing. Okay. I see it. I see the end is in sight. I rain death upon you. Render, you fools. And then surrender. Yes. Oh my gosh. You know what? That's a lot of money. Alright. That was good. That was productive. Oh, I see. A message. Message from Ton618. Did you notice how the walls in this room are made out of cement? Ha ha ha. He thought of that picture of the dog and he thought it was really funny. Want to know a pretty wild secret? You know how some Tau cave moons are of the secret type, which you can tell because the waypoint on the surface has a blue square at the bottom? Sure, man. There's a quick way you can tell if a block is a normal Tau cave moon or a secret Tau cave moon. Get close to the block and look at the word moon. If it is of the secret type, the second letter O will have a little blue dot in the center. Haha. Okay. Let's see, we've got a structure. You got too cocky and you're trying to slowly work your way through a pumpkin to get a trophy, but there's so many dissidents and vile menaces. You know what? I know the struggle, man. Sometimes you just get in over your head. Am I gonna become a Fractal Block tuber? What are you watching? Well, there's this little game you might have never heard of. Because the only way you can get the game is by word of mouth. See, what happens is you hear about Fractal Block World and, well, all you have to do is pray into your Steam library, close your eyes, jump around, do 15 jumping jacks, spin around, cover yourself in oil, slap your belly, slap your belly, slap your belly, slap, sorry, and then open your eyes, check your Steam library, see if it's there. I already know it is. But yeah, the goal of the game is to find the key to the universe and rescue your friend. I hope we're all caught up now. Anyway. Laser damage upgrade. Laser damage upgrade. Laser damage upgrade. I could do this all day. If you love Fever Dream games, so you're pretty interested in checking this out. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Maybe take like a Dramamine or something if you're new to it. But, you know, here, let's get out of here. I got lost in the sauce. I went too deep, really. I wonder, can I get through the biblical flies? Can something render? There we go. Well, maybe if I had more EMPs. What does the black hole do, by the way? I can't help but notice it doesn't really do anything damage-wise. So I'm a little, well, I'm curious. My curiosity is piqued. Okay. Sorry, I just dumped coffee all over myself. I have a drinking problem. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I did it. Now everything is big and is going to kill me. From what I've learned, going into stony air caves, you want to go into the ones that are taller, because that means they're deeper. Which means this one will probably have a stony air cave 3 since it is deep. This is what we call dark mango psychology. I wonder how much damage I picked up from just grabbing those few laser damage upgrades, because I don't know how the upgrades in this game work. I don't know if it's linear or if it's... I can't believe I'm forgetting what the alternative to linear is called. Oh my gosh, I'm actually so stupid. Basically, the percentages stack upon themselves and results into a curved line, and I can't remember what... Oh my gosh. Yeah, exponential. Gosh, what happened to my brain? I feel like an idiot. Okay, multiplicative, that too would apply. That'd probably be more fitting for what I'm trying to describe here. Multiplicative. Are the upgrades multiplicative or are they linear? And do they just stack on top of each other? I could probably use more health upgrades, to be honest, and if I want to do that, I should probably go through some white flowers, I believe it is. I don't know, I was getting some really good upgrades whenever I was going through the cardboard paper boxes and the health towers. I am now realizing that it's getting to the point where any episode after like 2 that I release of this, nobody's going to be able to watch or hear anything I say and understand what I'm talking about. We've gotten to that level of the game where I just sound like I'm talking like a schizophrenic. Man, back whenever I was in college, I could do all that like made up witchery math stuff. It's all left me. Genuinely, one of the skills mentally that atrophies so much if you don't keep doing it is math. And kind of algebraic related stuff like chemistry and stuff. I can still handle stuff that's like memory. I still have retained like a lot of my biology stuff and my English stuff and music. But the process of like doing equations and math, it's like your brain, my brain has slowed down since then. I'm embarrassed to ever like have to do math on screen. I don't know what game would require me to do that. If I ever start doing like cool math games or something, then I'll be really embarrassed. But okay, guys, I'm gonna need to rail a few of you. One of the early texts says you can beat the game without leaving the Ying Forest. Is that like a tongue-in-cheek way of saying like you go into the Ying Forest and just find everything from there? Because yeah, I guess that's probably true. The Stony Air Cave 3 is kind of intense. But don't do that. Never do that. Don't ever do that to me again. Never mess with Reddit Nation again. It sounds like Risk of Rain music. Well, you might. What I'd say next, you might find it shocking. Okay, let's our freaking way out of here. Stop shooting at me. Die. Alright, so our EMP should be pretty good at this point, right? Alright, EMP go. That's pretty good range. Could be... Hey guys, could be better. I did want to see about this green thing. I don't care about the bilge rat. Never mind, that's a minor rat. Not even worth my time. Ooh. Yeah. There's a bilge rat. Oh, there's bilge rats everywhere. I dread it. What was I doing? Right. Take me to the white flower. I need health upgrades. Alright. Alright. Well, let's not be ridiculous here. Here we go. Danger white box device. Okay. Thank you. Let's try that again. What if I become a Fractal Block World YouTuber? Would you guys like that? Like I talk about the lore of Fractal Block World and all that stuff, you know? Do a deep dive. I would not like that. I would not like that at all. Oh, hey. Alpha Cube. I was looking for one of these. For some reason. I can't remember why. There's a field of text boxes telling me that there is an entrance 5 feet away. There's some interesting choices in this game sometimes, but you know, it's alright. I'm just gonna kill everything. That is a vile menace. I dread the name. Oh my gosh, laser damage upgrades. Oh my gosh, laser damage upgrade. I love this cube. Laser damage upgrade. Laser damage upgrade. Oh my gosh. Gosh, the laser freeze time is so long now. Never go inside a red maze flower, you will regret it. I love the horror stories that some of you give me sometimes. It's just like, don't go in the red flower. My cannon is pretty good. I've been meaning to ask, but I didn't want to embarrass myself. What is that, like, what's that thing at the bottom left? That little, like, sonar-looking thing? Yeah, the thing with the bar beside it that's constantly, like, going up and counting down. Let us say that the left back down room of this cube is in position 111 and the treasure room is in position 13. I'm just exploring, dude. Don't worry about little old me. How do I commentate over this game? I'm still haven't quite figured that out. Sorry. Bounces off of the big belly. Sorry about that. Gulp. So, left back. Message from the movie Cube, 1997. This may be hard for you to understand, but there is no conspiracy. Nobody's in charge. It's a headless blunder operating under the illusion of a master plan. Can you grasp that? Big Brother is not watching you, dude. That's exactly what Big Brother would say. There we go. So, left back down is 111. So, forward 3, up 5. Or up 4, I guess. Up 2, forward 4. Alright, so down. Get out of my way, you vile menace. You brute. So left, back, down. So left. Up 4. Maybe. There we go. Found it. Oh, more rocket radius, you EMP radius. You really shouldn't have. I did the alpha cube. Yay. Why would there be a toll booth to nothing? Is it just to the pink ring? Surely not. Maybe that is true. Maybe that is get this mana true. All I know is, never mind, there is just this right here. Alright. I wasted so much time. Alright, oh well. How's my laser doing? My laser is quite good. What is a blood boy? And what's a glass? Oh my goodness, that is dangerous. Okay, maybe I don't go into the green right now. Have a gift. Okay, well at least I can kill Blood Boy if that's the last thing I do. Yeah, take that, I guess. Lol. Okay. That has been explored. I know what the green is now. EMP upgrades, actually, is a good thing to know about. Everything I do in this game is just like, suddenly the entire game is just detoured. What are you? This is a purple well, there are no monsters, the treasures, the following 3 dark hole damage upgrades. Okay, that could be good. But what do I need to do? If there's no monsters, is it a maze? Are they just in here somewhere? Do I go to the bottom? Okay, what are you? This is a red rose. Well, I just had someone tell me not to interact with this. Oof. Why is that part of the soundtrack? It's like the SpongeBob Hooks episode. I was told all about you. Now I've heard about you. I've heard things. Where is your guardian? Oh. Okay. EMP does not work. Who would have thought? I would not have thought. Yeah, that was instant. EMP works for 2 seconds. Alright. The only reward is ammo, apparently, so I don't know how worth it is, but... You know what, let's just go. The entire goal of this stream was to go into the second layer, and I've kind of been dilly-dallying. There's just so much content. Question mark. Let's go. Let's see if I can survive now. I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm gonna see as we go deeper into the Infinity Flower. Here we are. Here's something. So this... That's scary. This is scary. And... alright. Montreal. I'll never be able to escape Montreal.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. No.
No. Welcome to level 2. It has enemies that can hit regardless of line of sight. You know, from my perspective, that's been like 50% of the enemies. That's not true. There's been like a couple maybe up to this point. Well, let me go into Montreal. Let me not zap myself on the electric fence. I wish Montreal had an electric fence. I know nothing about Montreal. If this is what Montreal is like, then I'm a questionable goon. I relate to that. Right now you're in the Montreal maze. There's one entrance up into the Montreal city somewhere in this maze. I can shrink to explore the ground. It's just trees, okay. Thank you. There's little trees on the ground if you want to have a look. I'm good, thanks. Whatever. So like, did the dev of this game have like a fetish for mazes or something? I'm curious. I have no idea really. Message from my friend Kay. Look at the smiling monster in this picture. That is Overlord. I hate these with a passion. They do not hurt you when you are the same size as them, but when you are smaller, they deal a lot of damage and they also take less damage from you. So when you're in I2, which is where you'll find lots of these, it is wise to look around before you use a shrinker. This is a picture of a fanatic island. The island in the picture contains a fanatic monster, which is purple with black dots. This monster hurts you whenever you're less than a certain distance away from you. Whenever you less than a okay. Unless you are more than 5 levels deeper than the monster. What makes this monster so nefarious is that it damages you even if you are not visible to it. So you cannot establish a base next to a fanatic. If this Montreal town you are in now is close to a fanatic, which causes him to damage you, then I advise you go somewhere else, or to go deeper. In terms of going deeper, note that on top of this Montreal city, on top of the high voltage lattice, there's a green square with a fanatic weed on top. Catch me zonked out on the fanatic cart. A fanatic monster drops a dark hole max aim upgrade when you kill it. Fanatics are true believers, so to speak, but then again, I am a true believer of the hidden world. I know that it exists, and I want to convince others of this as well. Maybe one day you'll find me wearing a purple dress with black polka dots. Okay. Here's some places to find gold in the world. Fanatic Blue Caves and Fanatic Weeds and I2 Aladdin's Cave and I3 Desert. Medium gold asteroids and high gold asteroids. Alright. Buy a blue key for... okay. So like, you just... so I'm just bypassing the maze, so like, do you just kill me if I don't have a blue key? You... Well, that answers that. It's a very intense security system. Anyway, there's so many Montreals everywhere. It's my worst nightmare. This is a Fanatic Island. Right below this text box is a well with a waypoint at the end. There are occasional blackberries on the grass. Okay. There are vines hanging from the trees. You can see vines with a 1 on them. Within those are sometimes vines with a 2 on them, etc. Each number reveals interesting areas. I2 vine bundles. There are spruce trees on the big trees. Okay. There might be a willow tree, purple. These often have mystic vines hanging from them. Thank goodness. Well, let's go. Well, this is a place. Do I want to go through this place? Have I committed already? You know, it's fine. Relax, I can handle it.
I am the angry pumpkin.
Oh, I don't think I can handle it. You know, these spiders kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, you bastard. Go. My rocket. Go, rocket. That's farther away than I thought it was. Are you... You're almost there. I'll wait. There, there we go. So this blows. Why are you doing so much damage to me? I've done nothing to you on like a personal level. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Alright, message from my friend Kay. Do you ever wonder why there is so little information about you in this world? It is all about me, me, me. Maybe that is because this fractal block world exists in my mind, but you exist outside my mind. The thought that you exist outside my mind is kind of romantic, although perhaps I've lost touch with what is romantic. I would say so. And why? What do you mean it's about you? It's about you because I'm not the one leaving notes everywhere. So I'm curious about the orange. And that's not something I say lightly, but I am curious about the orange. This is what is this? This is a small cannon gym. 33% of the time there's an ammo depot inside. This light blue structure you are on now is called a fanatic weed, also known as a fanatic lattice growth. Okay, well why do we have to have multiple names for the same thing? He thought, what else could I call this? Why does it need 2 names? What are you? Pla times 2? These are weed rings. Goodness. A mathematician definitely made this. So, a certain type of person made this. Mathematician, sure. If you make it to the center island, you'll find treasure. Between the rings are lots of monsters in the air, however you can safely travel from one ring to another by going through covered bridges. In the trunks of the brown trees you can find some EMP cities. I was hoping for that. So yeah, yep, this is cool. Yes. Oh my goodness, there's monsters. Oh gosh, yeah, I forgot line of sight. Or lack thereof. Actually, I've got an idea. So I fart on you, but then oh, this is not gonna be enough time. Okay, never mind. I blame you. Pirate. Shiver me timbers. Man, I feel like I'm kind of weak for this area. Yeah, these unsavory goons are quite strong. Just let me into this bich. Gosh darn it. The humble collapsed archangel is no more. Wow. So I can just keep doing that? I could just keep infinitely going into these orange fanatic weeds? I guess that's kind of nice. I've lost interest. I've lost the plot. Okay, I'm going to big. I'm going to big all over the place. Avert your eyes. I'm trying to think of where I need to go to make progress here. I assume this place feels significant, but EMP City. All right, sure. We'll go to EMP City. What are you? This is an I2 wig flower. All right, not quite. Not yet. Maybe whenever I'm in the mood. Oh, what is going on here? So EMP City. Am I meant to be using EMP here? There you go. Am I welcome in your city now? EMP City seems a little boring. It's okay. EMP City kind of sucks. There's the Guardian. This doesn't happen to be a boss fight, does it? Death upon me. I can see the Guardian. This is the ticket. This is my ticket home. This is my ticket out of here. Black hole go. Oh, that is doing damage. Yes. Goodness. Get him, my nukes. Oh gosh, maybe okay. The Guardian is dead. That's it. Everybody, freeze. What do I gain here? Well, I killed the Guardian. Is that something I should be proud of? Certain entrance here? Yes. What's going on here? What is this? Alright, there are many places to find EMP ammo. Okay. Okay, this is EMP info, I guess. This leads me into... Aha! We apologize for the slightly low ceiling in this room. You know what, man? It's alright. I'll forgive you. Alright, and... There we go. Alright, trophy for EMP City. You need to find Richmond's... Oh no, that was a close one. Almost made a horrible mistake. The last thing I want to do for today is explore these yellow cubes. Orange, I'm not colorblind. Orange cubes. This is a nuke radius cave. And I can find entrances to I3. Oof, I3. I3? This is my ticket out of here. What do you have to say to me? This is a laboratory vine. If you shrink enough, you can enter through the walls. The core shaft has Scorpius portals, Danville towns, and laboratory monsters. Okay. This is Fanatic Island Air. Thanks for the info. I don't know. I might be rushing to I3. I don't think I can do that just yet. What is this? This is the mirror gate into I3. To get into I3 here, you need to pass through a house of mirrors. Actually glass. This will involve lots of backtracking. You may want to find another way. Okay. So you're just telling me, yeah, you can go through here, but it kind of sucks. Okay. Here, take me into this white flower. I gotta think about it. I gotta think on this. I gotta ponder on this. So many health upgrades. Alpha Cube. Alright. We'll just take a quick trip through the Alpha Cube. How fun is this? Are you are you entertained yet? I want a girl that'll play Fractal Block World with me. I need a friend named Kay to explore Fractal Block Worlds with. 1274. Okay. There we go. Time. Let's do another. Do I go through another one? Yeah, sure. I'll indulge myself. Okay. Makes things easier. Alright. I feel a little stronger now. I feel a little better about myself. I'm intrigued by the purple. I can't help myself. Oh. Okay, I'm in the inside of a willow tree. You can probably find a purple mystic vine hanging from this tree. To interact with this area, you must leave the tree, shrink, then come back here. Having trouble coming back here at a smaller size? Use your EMP weapon once it is strong enough. Yes. Ah, I see. I see why you'd want the EMP. I'll just, see, we're fine. Alright. So, what do you have to say? You are red. This is a null disco. Alright. Not entirely relevant to me. So, you are going to tell me there's an easier way. This is a common gate into I3, that is, if you fly through the black with red outline walls at the center, you can enter group 3 of the Infinity Flower. I might be able to do this. Alright, everybody, stay put. Message from my friend Kay. One member of my very large-scale maze-solving team was Jane. She was very smart. She had a photographic memory. She would first look at all the mazes carefully, then she would take out her knitting needles and start creating a scarf or hat or whatever. She would just knit and knit, not looking at anything. I guess that's her way of processing information. Within a few days, she would submit her report of the maze solution. I noticed that some of the stitches she made were strange. It was almost as if they were mistakes. However, instead, I think the stitches were some kind of way of calculating, like an abagus. I remember once we were assigned a quite large maze to solve, and this did something to Jane. She started knitting a purple scarf, but she never stopped. Days passed, and then a week, and then 2 weeks. She barely ate and rarely spoke. I wonder if she constructed an inner core in her mind. That's just too much for her to handle. A couple months later, I visited Jane at her house. Her parents were taking care of her. When I got there, I was disturbed to see how long the scarf was. I looked at the strange stitches as if I could somehow decode them to get a clue as to the true nature of the inner mechanization agency. This is so stupid, but it's cool. It's just really stupid, but it's cool. Here, let me visit Donville. There we go. I'm used to mazes at this point. I think I'm going insane. Where am I and what the heck is happening? Well, I'm trying to enter Danville through a maze. You see, I'm in a willow tree, and I'm really trying to find... Well, I found the entrance to level I3 of the Infinity Flower that I need to go through, but I'm visiting Danville first just to see what's up. You know, some nuke upgrades, and I pay the toll, and I'm free to enter. And that's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Ugh. Ugh. Alright, what am I looking here? This is a list of all the I2 trophies and where to find them. Okay. Well, luckily I'm not achievement hunting this because I'm not mental. Oh yeah. Okay, well, there's that. And what is this? Message from my friend Kay. I have undergone a transition. In the past, I yearned to enter the hidden world and to prove that it existed. Now, on the other hand, I'm stuck in the hidden world. and I cannot enter back into the normal world. More than that, I am doubting if I can prove the normal world exists, and I'm even doubting the existence itself of the normal world. Perhaps it was just an illusion. I'm doing two things, doubting and forgetting. I begin to doubt if the normal world exists. Perhaps it was just a simulation carried out in the hidden world. Perhaps it was an illusion in my mind. What is my mind? Who am I? What is my name? Do I even have a name? I can't figure out my name. I do not think it is written down anywhere other than the letter K. Why is that? Do I have a body? So yes, I'm forgetting who I am. So yeah, I'm forgetting who I am. Or even, if I existed outside this place, do I even have a friend who would come to save me? When I write these messages, am I just talking to myself? Does anything exist outside my mind? I think me doubting if anything exists outside my mind is called solipsism. How do I know that word? Did I invent it? Probably. I am quite clever. And yet not clever enough to either enjoy my situation or pull myself out of it. Or maybe I thought it would just be more fun if someone existed outside of myself to rescue me. That must be it. I am freaky. That must be it. I am freaky. If we save Kay, I'm afraid they will be significantly traumatized. No. Something exists outside of my mind because you exist. Come on, Kay, try to remember. Let's see, what was the critical event? I was exploring the halls of the Inner Mechanization Agency looking for the hidden floors. I was in a restricted area that I did not have authorization to be in. I saw someone walk around the corner. I darted quickly and bent over to use a water fountain. I drank the water as the person walked past. When the coast was clear, I stood up and I inadvertently looked at the bulletin board above the fountain. There's a piece of paper with a yin-yang symbol on it with the words, "Maybe it is hiding in plain sight." The instant I saw the yin-yang symbol, my consciousness changed. I recognized it right away, even though I had never experienced it before. It was the hidden world of Zar I had been looking for in college, the inner world. I panted and shouted, "No!" Immediately, I was snapped out of the Zar, but I would never be the same after that. I had seen the world. I grabbed the piece of paper, put it in my pocket, and rushed back to my office. Okay, well, cool. I could buy nukes here. The most I would ever spend on a single nuke is 150 gold. Okay, going from having a mental breakdown to... I would never get scammed on buying a nuke. I2 trophy, oh my gosh. I love reading. Message from my friend Kay. I decided to try to enter the hidden world of Zar at work. I looked at the paper I stole from the bulletin board and willed myself into the Zar world. My mind was transported into Zar. My body performed my job. I was solving a very large-scale maze. Doing so, I felt an interesting sensation. Ooh. As I was getting closer to finding the exit of the maze, which at work we call a course, obviously, I could feel something growing in my soul. Maybe growing is not the right word. Maybe the right words are being constructed. I could feel my stomach inflating. It was as if the energy in the food I ate was being converted into this growing core inside me, but the energy from the food I ate was not enough. My heart and mind were also required to build this core. Once I solved the maze, I perceived this bright spherical object inside me and my senses were heightened. I think this object should be called an inner core. I was excited to go home and use this core to explore the plants in my apartment with my mind. I wish in real life I could shrink down and fly around the house plants in my house and shoot at bilge rats and biblical flies. I want to shrink down and shoot nukes at the gnats in my house. I went out to leave half an hour early when I bumped into this guy that was always talking about his boat. Got any plans for the weekend? He said as he smiled with a stupid, toothy, evil grin. The instant we made eye contact, I entered into him. I shrunk down and I flew into his eyeball and I found a cannon pyramid. I could feel the bright core that I had constructed leave me and be transferred into his mind. My heightened senses dropped like someone had just turned down the lights. My inner core was wrought for me. I'm not sure what that man does for his job. I wonder if his true job is just to make eye contact with the maze solvers. You realize how schizophrenic this sounds, right? I started building an inner core with me, and whenever I made eye contact with this other guy, I could feel he stole my core. This is real competitive schizophrenia. Many other times I would try to enter the Zar world with my mind and do my job at work. I was able to construct various cores, each one a little different from another. Most times he would take the core with his eyes. I found a pair of sunglasses on the ground of the park, and I would wear them as I left the building. This helps somewhat. Unfortunately, the building has a retinal scanner that you need to use to go in or out. Once I was able to get past the man, but the retinal scanner took the core inside me, and it left me with a headache that lasted an hour. I prefer eye contact with the boatman over the scanner. The following became an obsession of mine. Is there a way to take the inner cores I construct in my mind while solving mazes out of the building? The building has no windows, so I cannot have a friend standing outside the building who I make eye contact with. I wonder if there is a way to transfer the inner cores via eye contact to someone who has the ability to forward the cores to the appropriate channels. I figure out how to do this. I wanted to ask what a person would do if they had many inner cores, however instead I phrased it as, what would you do if you had unlimited resources? Okay, what is this, a new flower? This is a primary small blue flower. There's some rail and a health upgrades in the center. Okay. Yeah, let's go into the small blue flower. What are you? A sentinel. Alright. Alright. Okay. Yeah, no, if I entered the Tsar world, I probably wouldn't have a good time either. I'm not built for this. I don't realize that there's levels to TS, I guess. This is utterly ridiculous. Looks up from the pail as I finish milking my cow. This is utterly ridiculous. Darn it, I was not going towards the center. I was going out. Story of my freaking life. My stupid baka chud fractal life. My incredible gassy giant fart attack. Okay. What is this? Vocals in my Risk of Rain soundtrack? Wow. It's making this fractal block adventure feel strangely emotional. Is this a treasure room? My railgun damage is gonna go pretty crazy. Okay, more reading. Alright, message from my friend Kay. I wanted to know what a person could do with all the solutions to the mazes that we were finding at work. In my mind, these so-called cores, I like to imagine these mazes are literally just like people are losing their mind that of the paper mazes that you just have to draw a line through. This is just a business. The mechanization agency is just a group of people that I think just get a kick out of making schizophrenic people lose their mind. That's all this seems like to me. It's not an agency. They're bringing schizophrenics into a crack house and giving them mazes, and they're losing their minds. They put yin-yang symbols and other stuff on the walls to just confuse them more. In my mind, these so-called cores, which are the exit points of the maze, are like a resource that we are mining. One byproduct I get from... You could make a pretty good case for this game just being about schizophrenia. It actually makes a lot of sense if you look at it from that perspective. One byproduct I get from my job of solving a maze is the creation of an inner core in my mind. I went to the coffee room and I saw a coworker that I respected for her intelligence. I wanted to know what she would do with an unlimited supply of inner cores, however I dared not be so explicit, so I phrased it by asking what she would do with an unlimited supply of resources. She stared at me seriously for a few seconds. What would I do with an unlimited supply of resources? This guy doesn't have much game at all. Then she chuckled and then she said one word, recreation. But what do you mean? I said. You know, recreation like sports. We have quite the recreation area in this facility. You might be interested in that. She smiled and walked away. A few days later, I went to the rec center. To get in, you needed a key card. To get in you! The door was surprisingly sophisticated. It was a very pretty door. The word recreation was written on the cement wall, but there was a chip in the cement between the first E and the C, and I ate it and it tasted kind of gross. It almost looked like a hyphen. Of course, I thought, not recreation, but recreation. The process of creating again, but what do we do with all these inner cores we create? I applied for a key card for the rec center and I got it after a week. There was a rec social event to get to know people. I went there while my mind was in the Tsar world. He went there high. It's generally looked down upon. I would introduce myself to someone and ask them what they would do with an unlimited supply of resources. I got some interesting answers, such as build the largest laser tag arena or build a bigger recreation center. I would look into their eyes briefly and this would create a perception of them. Some people felt caring, some people felt arrogant, some people felt scared. I would be scared of you too, Kay. I connected with one woman who said the following. What would I do with an unlimited supply of resources? Easy, cure cancer, what would you do? I had a standard answer I'd give for this. I would develop the technology to destroy large asteroids before they hit Earth. Oh, that's easy. Just send a team of drillers up in a spaceship, drill a hole in the asteroid, and put a nuke in the hole. I liked her style, and when I made eye contact with her, it gave me a good feeling about her. If I had to put it in a word, I would say she was well-founded. Oh, Kay was never the same after they hit the Tsar cart. I dread it. I lost the 50-50 for a secondary one. Snaps fingers, kicks ground with foot, stirs up dust. looks up at sky and sighs. Darn. I was really hoping for more. Okay, that's Danville. Kind of sounds like Anvil. It's just, isn't that interesting? Not really. Okay, it's time to go to I3. This game makes me do the freaking Bonnie and Chica death rattle from Five Nights at Freddy's 1 sometimes. Here we go. That's scary. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. My name is Markiplier. Alright. Alright, so this is a raspberry, okay? To get the treasure, you must go into the central cube and shrink many times. I guess I can participate in this. Alright. So gosh, you guys are hurting me. Well, this is a fun place. I'm feeling a little I'm feeling a little unsafe. Yeah, I expected that. Back here. Hopefully there's no I4, am I right? Maybe I need to go into the raspberries. That is the scariest prospect, is me needing to go into the raspberries. Oh no. Oh wait, oh it's bad. Oh, it's bad. Okay. I'm gonna call that good for this stream. We entered I2 and are now on the precipice of I3. I think that's progress.